Daphne Desir. Boston. Poetry. Maybe at like a fairly young age. Probably like 9 or 10. To be honest, I don't know. I don't really have one. I think I'm more of a kind of go with the flow and see where it takes me. Writing style it varies. It kind of goes off of like emotion. So like happy, sad, anger, joyous. I think that's more of my writing style, at least. The purpose to my art is to give somewhat rare point of view, because you always get like a first person point of view, but never one that you can relate to because it's someone who hasn't lived the experience or gone through the experience and able to put it on paper in a way that someone can relate to it, or in a way that someone can feel like they're going through those same emotions and that same experience. One of the things that I wish I knew when I first started, don't be afraid to let others read, especially with like writing, being afraid of like sharing it with others and kind of keeping it hidden. Don't be afraid to share it and accept criticism, whether it's good or bad. Write it and publish it. Write it, publish it, share it. Because you don't know who's going to read it or who's going to relate to it, but it'll get to that person who does need it. When I actually finally put my book together the first time, I was going through a lot of the poems that I was putting together, and those who have read my book will know this. In the center of my book, there's an excerpt. So it's like a piece it's a letter to someone. In that poem itself, it's a very vulnerable poem because it's a lot of my experience, a lot of how I felt. There's a lot of anger in there. There's a lot of sadness in there. There's probably like a lot of depression. So it's a very open poem. It shaped my work by allowing me kind of a moment to like legitimately be free with the way I wrote. It's kind of like I was able to find that one moment in time where I was able to like be very open and very vulnerable with the way that I wrote, where like I didn't hold back. That was like that light switch where it was like, write how you're truly feeling. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't like tone it down. Be open, be loud, and just that like opened the pathway for the rest of the poems that I've written, where they're very much, there's swears in there. There's a little vulgarity in some of them. And there's a lot of like, I cried. And you can tell I cried. I was angry. You can tell I was angry. It allowed me to be open and shape my poems so that they showed a very raw emotion. Let me say, self-doubt is always going to be there. I think the only way to truly deal with self-doubt is kind of just to put it on the back burner and just still essentially push out your work however you want to. You're always going to have criticism no matter what, whether it's good or bad or just that like in the middle kind of just hanging out there criticism. Take it with a grain of salt. Same way you take a shot, take it with a shot of tequila, take it with a grain of salt. You can help use it to kind of dial back the way you write, or you can use it as like an opening entryway to be like, I'm gonna write however I want. I'm gonna do my art however I feel like it. With me, when it came to the self-doubt, I have a very big like support group, I have a lot of support around me with the people that I surround myself with, and they're the ones who are just like, every time I was just like, I don't really know if I like the way this poem sounds. Do you mind taking a look at it? And they'd literally be like, don't understand why you're questioning it. This is real good. This is real, like, the way it's written is bomb. Like, just, why are you questioning it? Criticism, have I gotten bad criticism from people? Yes. And it's been from people who are similar to me when it comes to, like, being in that, like, poetry type arty world, one of my best friends, he writes music. So like he's one of my bigger go-to people where I'm like, criticize me, like pick at my poems, take it apart, please. And that would help me with replace this word with this maybe, or change this sentence into this, or it doesn't flow, but like I get what you're trying to say, but like fix it. So like a lot of the self-doubt and criticism has helped with me getting the feedback that I need to make my poems flow better so that they're easier to read. With failure, the role that it does play is it kind of pushes me to continue doing my work. I don't think I have a true example since I've only published the one book. I guess technically a failure could be like me taking so long to publish the first book, but it's like I still ended up getting it together and putting like literally sitting down, getting it together, putting it together, and then just moving forward with it. So like I don't really think I have a good example since I've only done one book. I am working on the next one, but I only have the one book right now. Society's expectations, because at the end of the day, everyone's going to have their own opinions. Everyone's style is true to them, because if we all end up writing the same or doing things the same, there's no fun in that. It's all going to be boring. Can't really live up to society's expectations, because if that's the case, I probably would have never put a book out. I probably wouldn't read half the books that I read, because they wouldn't be out, because everyone has certain expectations that they have for people. So, yeah. This piece of work specifically is not in my book. However, there are some people who have heard it, but haven't heard it since the day it was read out loud once. And that was literally probably the last time it was read. It was back in 2012. I will read it. So it's titled For My Vintage Angel. Although I smile, although my head's held high, my heart's still full of disbelief. My body is still confused. My soul is not at peace. My heart still aches for the day that we meet again. My emotions still feel for that day it will be me and you once again. I look at the heavens and I know better than to ask questions, but this one time I have to. This one time with the tears that begin to fill my eyes, I have to ask why. Just this once I have to ask. Just this once I have to search. Just this once I want to know. Just this once I'd rather have you here by my side. Just this once I'd agree to keeping you, but that would be selfish of me. Just this once I'd want to hold you again. This was unexpected. It's uncalled for. It's mind-blowing, but I can't rewind time nor pause it. But darner, can I have you back, please? I just want to give you one last squeeze. I just want to give you one last hug. I just want to give you one last kiss on the cheek. I just want to give you one last joke. I just want to share one last smile with you, possibly one last dance. Darner, my brother, my angel, I miss you dearly. I miss you hopelessly. That this is just a bad dream or a terrible April Fool's joke. Taken so early from my heart, taken so early from my grasp, taken so soon from my life, taken so soon from my face. All I have are memories and pictures to go by. I can't introduce my children to a wonderful human being, a wonderful angel, a wonderful soul. I can share my memories and stories with you, but it won't be the same. The role model I once wanted for them is no longer here, but from afar I will adore you, dear. I'll keep you close and I won't let you go. I promise I will live my life to the fullest because you showed me to. I will have a piece of me that will forever be gone, but you'll never be forgotten. May you, my angel, my prince, my brother, my dearest friend, rest in peace. Never forget that I love you, Dee. That's never going to change, near or far. You'll forever be my vintage angel. There are some people who I'm sure will recognize that poem, who will also recognize that name. Darner was Darner was an amazing individual who I went to college with, who passed away while I was in college. It affected so many people that were in school with me, and as a community, it brought us all together. I wrote that for him after he had passed away. And it's been performed literally only once, and this is probably the second time that it's ever been heard, where they did a tribute show for him, so that's why that was written. We're still here. We went through a lot, but we are still here, and we are still going. I don't think I've ever put much thought to that, because I think I've just kind of taken everything day by day. But hopefully, fingers crossed, manifesting this, of course, established well within my career, possibly published a few more books, plural on that, in a loving, healthy, godly relationship with hopefully a child or two. I'd say you've honestly inspired me to continue to keep, like, as slowly as I have been, to keep writing and kind of keep finding more creative ways to put words on paper, or technically in a note electronically, since paper is not really the thing anymore, but I'm old school. But essentially, technically literally keep writing, keep finding myself, and keep finding different and more creative ways to, like, put words on paper and bring emotion, bring words out emotionally. I think I said that right. Bring emotions out with words. I am working on the next book, possibly the next 2 books. I think I have at least enough to create 1 more book, possibly 1.5, debating on if I want to combine them and just make 1 large book. So I'm hoping to do that within the next year. If you want to find me, I do have an Instagram page, and I believe, don't judge me, I cannot remember what my Instagram page is. My poetry page is my name. It's literally my name, Daphne. So it's DAPH.NIE with 2 underscores. You can always find me there. I need to start posting again because I've been very bad with that. But that is where I will be found. But other than that, I'm kind of just here. I'm around.